A fine sunny day here in Champéry. Welcome everybody to Curling Champions Tour coverage of the Curling Masters. We're here with draw number 9. This will be the final draw for these two groups. And then there will be one more draw after that for the other two, and then we are into the playoffs. We're featuring this game Team SNITIL from Czech Republic and Team WALSTAD from Norway. Samuel Mokers, Martin Jurik, Martin SNITIL, Lucas Klima. And for the Norwegians, we have Alexander Lindström, Magnus Negroten, Marcus Højberg, Stefan WALSTAD. Team SNITIL without their regular skip. She is back at home in Prague at the moment. Couldn't make it this weekend, so team has a spare playing. Team WALSTAD is complete in their regular formation. And here we see Alexander Lindström getting ready to deliver the first rock in this last round robin game for these teams. Champéry Masters 24-team event. 4 groups of 6. 8 qualifier, or then after the round robin, there will be a complete ranking. All 24 teams, and the top 8 teams, the most points, will make it to the quarterfinal games, which will start tonight at 19:30 Central European Time, and we will be covering one of those quarterfinal games. But before that, we have 2 more games today. Before the playoffs, we have this one, and then later on in the afternoon at 3:30, we will be covering Schwaller and Pfister. Hopefully you enjoy the coverage, and looking forward to a good game. Again, here we see Alexander Lindström. And he hits and rolls over to the right-hand side. SNITIL, Samuel Mokers. SNITIL playing Red Rocks. They have the hammer. This is Group A. So WALSTAD tied at 3-1 with Peter de Cruz and his group. SNITIL at 1-3. Event not going so well for the Czech team without their skip. De Cruz is playing Lautenbach. Lautenbach also sitting at 2-2, needs to win against de Cruz to have any hope of qualifying. Other leaders in other groups, Kausta Olsrud are leading their group. Pfister, Eskilsson, Schwaller, 6th, a lot tighter in Group C. Pfister at 4-0. heading at 4-0 in their group, and Baumann from Germany at 3-1 in that same group. They'll all be clear after the next draw. 40,000 Swiss francs total on the line. That was Magnus Negrotten. See Martin Urich. Trying to play a raised double. Manages to move him off the center of the house. Marcus Heuberg and Stefan WALSTAD holding the broom in the house. A little bit long, slides behind the tee line. Nice draw behind the center guard. Well hidden.
Linja perfekt. På firefoten her.
Ja, vi har makse.
Ok, frysen her. Linja perfekt til frys. Bare frys. Point også. Ja. Ja. Bare sitt. Bra.
Blank. Nevadí ani sem tolik.
See Martin SNITIL.
Jede hodně. A je hrozný moc.
A little bit long. Wanted to get up in front of that yellow rock. Play second.
Jsem neměl pravdu. 66. Jak 80 by asi bylo dobrý.
Ale oni byli tam ani 14,70. My jsme tady byli 12,30.
Yellow still counting at the back of the 8-foot.
Det så tynt ut med is egentlig, men ja, den får jo egentlig samme...
Stefan WALSTAD.
Skal ikke køle noe særlig ned enn mørklyset, den var
Draw
lenger.
another one in behind the yellow guard. Try and get one into the top of the 4-foot.
Ja. Det er samme spor omtrent som mørklyset.
Cut the path down.
Og han holdt seg litt der ute, så vi har gått 2 steiner, så jeg tipper det er blank omtrent, altså. Kanskje 2-9 om noe.
Jeg hadde 12-1 på den maskinen som var backline. Da.
Ja. Nei, jeg tror vi kan spille 2-9 da.
Topp 8 er helt ok.
Seks!
Har plass, bare fart!
Skyt!
Masse plass!
Skyt! Skyt! Skyt!
Ren!
Jeg er nærmest. Wow, 8! Kan ikke! 9! 8-9. Kanskje vi sitter 2, men det er ikke sikkert.
Good line on that, just long again.
Bra. 86.
This will allow the Czechs to come draw down to it. Had left it a little shorter,
Yeah,
Czechs would have been in trouble.
Ale když bude takhle, tak je to dobrý. Jo, je to takhle.
This will give Klima an out. If he can get one in there, freeze it onto that yellow.
Já jsem měl tenhle 3-4 od něj. On byl 13-40. Měli jste jeho čas backhawk nebo ne?
Jo, Martin měl 70.
Jo. Ale oni hrajou celkem podobně jak my.
Martin měl 66 a fungoval jinak.
Jasně, ale Martin jako to prostě hrál hrozně dopředu, to bylo vidět.
Okay. Takže my pojedeme 5
Takže 7-5-8.
Jo.
Oni celou dobu se ho nedotýkali a jenom ho nechali vyhnít.
Chceš až k němu?
Chci až k němu, ideálně bych ho chtěl lehce posouvat, když bude směr.
Dobře.
Ale to je jenom když dotočím, mám let stejný jako on.
Aha.
80 by tam měl dojet s metením lehkým.
Asi jo.
Pojď dílku, směr docela dobrý. Můžeš, jo? Jo! Dílka!
Zadní 4, zadní 8.
Jenom dílka.
Zadní 12, zadní 12.
This is hanging quite a bit wide too. Opportunity missed here by the Czech Republic team.
Co jsem hodil?
Like everybody's a little long down on that side. Track has been played a few times, so it gets a little slick.
305?
Ja, ta av en tide, liksom.
Ja, det er 3 blanke er fint det, Stefan.
Original kort, ja, for da har de ikke noe vei inn.
Good opportunity here for WALSTAD to make his next shot a little bit better than his first one. Get on top of the 4 foot here. Czechs will be under huge pressure. Be a very difficult shot for Klima with his last rock. But this needs to be in the top of the 4 foot.
Så er det bra. En del løsere han altså. Vi må gå, vi må gå, vi må gå. 3! 4! Bra fart! 6! 6! 6, 7! Det er 7! 6! Jeg kan gå nå!
Good line on it. And the weight looks much better this time.
Wow. Nydelig spill.
Nicely played. Sitting 2, possibly 3 with that one in the back of the 8.
No, hlavně tam asi nemám ani tohle, veď.
There is a shot there. It could come off his own red in the back.
Ne.
Hit the yellow, maybe roll up into the house or into the button area. Just needs to hit it
No,
on the
realisticky
inside.
jako na jeho 1 by to mohlo být tohle, ne? Nebo je to hodně nízko?
Yep. Come off there, red one, onto the yellow. Maybe get some
Myslím si, že nejde do
reverse
omezení.
action.
Protože pak tam mám tohle. Jinak moc nevím.
Either way, really tough shot here for the last rock in the first end. Looking at 2 or 3.
No a ten jen, to je jako můžu
Norwegian
hrát rovnou
counters.
tady ten dohoz, že jo, kdybych chtěl do 2. 7? Mám jako dohoz na jeho 2 nebo tohle, no.
Toho Snyho 2 nic neřeší.
On buď toho Snyho 2, nebo tady ten roll double.
Tough situation here for Lucas Klima. Skipping in place of Jerzy SNITIL. Try to come off that yellow. Into 12-foot, roll over.
Yum! Yum! Oh! Oh!
Is it close?
Oh!
Got the hit, the roll. Just hits it too thin. Manages to move it out. So it looks like 2 yellow. Steal of 2 yellow for WALSTAD here in the first end. It was a good attempt by Klima. Just need to hit it a little more, and he would have had that shot. After the first end, it's 2-0 for WALSTAD.
No. A ten můj už tak mohl vyhrát hraný taky tím pádem. Za prostě 9-5. Máme budou dojezdy. Hrajeme kornegát a uvidíme.
Kanskje ikke blir like glatt enda når vi spiller den her. Kjennes ut som 3.
And we're back here in the second end. Curling Champions Tour coverage of the
5-6. Kine.
Curling Masters Champéry. We're in the Palladium here in downtown Champéry, surrounded by Swiss Alps. Beautiful scenery outside. Great setting for a Champions Tour event. Great conditions in here too. Super job with ice, lots of curl, good speed. John Heron and his crew.
Čekej. Směr už je dobrý, jenom dílku, ale u mě furt jede. Já jsem jako na úrovni. Ještě dál možná. OK.
Legg på litt grann. Ikke så mye. Sju. 28. Jeg tror den er lenger, altså. Er det ikke? Ja, vi er 9. Vil han sette seg, eller? Skal vi gå? Kan få 2 stein bak. Nei. Er det den som er litt lengre enn eneren? Er eneren litt kort? Ja.
Jeg har liksom så mye mer.
Det er jo derfor.
Bude 90, tak to furt jde. Pojedeme víc tím, co se jezdilo v minulém endu.
Once again, Norwegian rock behind the tee line. Just a little bit long. Not an ideal spot.
Jenom dílka.
Samuel Mokrust trying to draw around center guard.
Stočím dobře.
Get his rock in front of that yellow one.
Jenom dílka.
Dobrý směr, pojď dílku.
Line looks good. Wind looks pretty good too.
Dobrý,
Excellent shot.
Hezky jste počkali.
And nicely in front of the tee.
Er det noe spesielt treffpunkt du vil ha, eller?
Bare pil den, du.
WALSTAD removing the corner guard. Wants to keep the play in the center. Doesn't have the hammer.
Hardt! Oh.
And when you have last rock, you try and keep the play to the sides. Try and generate multiple points. It's very difficult to generate multiple points, usually playing in the middle.
Můžeš, směr dobrý. Jo, pojď. I směr. I směr. Jo, až do konce. Pojď. Místo. Okay.
That was a little bit long, ended up moving his own out of that ideal position. He just wanted to freeze up to it. And you can see here that he's pretty well opened up both his shooters.
Front.
Possibility to double out these red ones.
Rent. Upp.
Wow!
Magnus Neighbor-Gaten.
Helt vekk! Helt vekk! Hold andre. Kan rulle litt ut hvis du vil.
And he removes the top one.
Bra fart, eller?
Det är bara att köra nät.
11.
11.
Klim would like to hit and roll here behind the guard. Right near it.
Jump.
Get that yellow one just a bit on the inside. Roll behind the center guard.
Jump.
Just hit it too thin and ends up rolling to the back of the house and possibly out of the rings even. That would count as half a shot. Needed to keep the shooter there. This will allow the opportunity for WALSTAD
Så mye
to
plass imellom.
remove the red one.
Jammeren! Er det jam?
Den går under.
Ok.
Jump. Wow. Rent. Wow.
Take out weight. Jams on that back one.
Sorry.
Sticks around.
Krásný správný. 11.
SNITIL. They take out here on that shot rock in the forefoot. Maybe flop
Okay.
behind and lay two for sure.
Nej. Yep. Okay. Vesel jsem.
Ja. A Martin předtím?
Martin předtím taky 10-8.
Okay.
Ale byl...
Tror du det er løs?
Linja bra.
11-5.
Wow.
Er løs?
Wow. Rent. Jump.
Kjør bant, altså.
Jump. Jump. Hold.
Ja. Den.
Bra.
He clears everything out.
Hæ?
Litt trått spor, tror jeg.
Leaves the center guard up front.
Ikke så mye fart som nå, bra.
Jeg synes det er
And
ned.
the Czechs will try and utilize
Stačí
that
8,
rock. Try
4.
and get behind it.
4 už je hodně. Jo.
Zadní rosou.
Jenom dílka.
Zadní 4.
Martin.
Ty.
Martin. Místo.
Jsme ty.
Jump. A po odraze pojď.
ikke er helt oppspilt overalt. Markus sin stopper veldig mye.
Vanlig.
Ja. Markus sin ble løs fordi det var nytt spor, men det tror jeg ikke det er her. Det tror jeg er bra her.
Skal du akkurat over setteline?
Ja. Jeg følger den.
Stefan WALSTAD last year in Bern, 2015, skipped his Norwegian team to a gold medal at the first mixed championships, world championships held,
Bra fart. Helt riktig fart.
and currently the mixed world championships in Kazan underway.
Když necháme koukat čtvrt,
Coming to
fajn.
a close
Zase
this
úplně rovný
weekend.
rambek bych mu taky nenechával rád. Nepotřebujeme ho schválit vůbec
WALSTAD
celý.
also winning
Jo,
a
ať ten
university
rambek nemá
gold.
úplně rovnej.
Dobře.
Byl bych rád,
University
kdyby
Games
koukal
gold medal.
čtvrtkou třeba, nebo slabou čtvrtkou, ať to není úplně
And
dokonale
the
schovaný.
European Championship
Martin dal 90.
silver.
No, on říkal, že mu přidal. Že mu měl pocit, že mu to v ruce nejede.
A,
A bylo tam 13,5. Zase to pojede 14,5.
jo,
Chceme kousnout 4.
OK.
9,5,0.
To sedí.
So straight draw. Try and get it in behind the guard. Still opportunity to make two if he gets buried. Good sweeping. Just rubs on the guard. And will roll open. Just needed another couple of feet of weight.
Myslel, že ledu máme dost? Ale dílka byla v pohodě. Jako byste ho dometli sotva na té lineu a byste ho metli celou dobu.
Jo.
Ale začal točit hodně.
Jeg spilte vel her. Det var ikke mye køll. Ikke veldig.
Så bare rulle ut at 15.
Ser bra ut. Tror du farta er bra der, eller? Har vi spilt mye der?
Men det er is til å rulle ut, så
Ja.
bør du klare å holde den. Av. Rent. Av.
Just gets enough of it. Moves it out of the house. That's all he needed.
Men du, jeg spilte jo med deg også. Det gikk jo jævlig rett med nå. Men det var litt lenger ut igjen da.
And the Czechs will now blank this end. Maintain hammer going into end number 3.
Det er bra det.
So after a blank end, score remains 2-0
Det er på.
for the Norwegian team after 2 ends of play.
Stopy na střed jsou už úplně.
Jo, tak zase budeme dát jeden corner guard a
Fluer her.
pak se uvidí.
Men jeg er litt trang. Markus, hold den som du kan.
And we're back with end number 3 here in Champéry. So far, Czech team not being able to mount too much offense against this Norwegian team. A couple of errors.
Alex, litt trangere. Ja, litt.
Putting up the corner guard now.
Pojď, bude výborný. No, to je hezký guard.
Norwegians just throwing their first 2 into the rings. Alexander Lindstrom
Den er bra.
Ja, alle.
Den er der.
like to keep in front of the tee line somewhere. Top of the forefoot. It's perfect.
Bare fart. Japp. Japp.
7,
Japp.
28.
Japp. Og sklir av. Japp. Hard. Hard. Hold. Japp. Spill.
En liten touch lenger, altså. En touch lenger enn sanden. Good.
Tady, oni se drželi rovně, tak já bych měl tak. Široký.
Čekej.
Klima looking for a hit and roll here from his second.
Zatím
Martin
jsem na
Jurek.
komoře jenom. Furt jsem, to bude komora. OK.
Já jsem jel vedle.
9,5.
Excuse me, lead. Samuel Mokrist doesn't get the roll though.
Men det blir da, vi får se.
Norwegians just as happy to play the hits on these rocks.
Forsiktig.
Have a 2-point lead, don't need to do anything special.
Å, forsiktig! Vi er ikke i nærheten.
9-7. Bra.
No jenom posuneme do zádu a skulíme se na střed. Backlineou. Což je 70 hit.
And here we are, Martin Jurek
Čekej.
trying to maybe tap one of these yellows back.
Zadní 12.
Try and get partially in behind the guard.
Ještě ne.
Corner guard that they put up with their first
Ještě
rock.
ne. Já furt nemám směr. Furt nemám směr.
Didn't quite hit it full enough and it rolled over too far.
Vlastně větší teda. Já jsem 12,60, já jsem jako takovejhle.
Fairly easy takeout here for an Norwegian team.
Aldri! Helt vekk. Mare.
Av, Alex.
Ja, litt annet spor da. så-
Komora není tak špatná. 10.
Den hadde flashet hvis det hadde vært bra i sted.
Devět půl. Jsme 10.
Jem.
Pojď.
Jem. Jem.
Just overcurled a little bit, didn't get enough.
11,2.
And rolling out of the house doesn't help much either.
Na to jsme neměli light vůbec.
Just half shots here from the Czech team not really able to apply any pressure on the Norwegians. With rolling out here, WALSTAD now able to remove that long corner guard. Clear this off.
Whoa, whoa, up.
Klima team won't have too much place to hide after that. Just gets enough of it. Would be forced to put up another corner guard.
Co ty? 4:15? 4:10?
Some fellow Norwegians, Thomas Olsrud, and his team playing on the next sheet.
Up!
Jede sami rovně hodně rovně jede.
6
Pojede
sheets
daleko.
on the go here.
Pojede daleko.
12 teams currently in action.
Zvláštní. Asi blbě let, tohle jsem nečekal.
WALSTAD opting to guard his rock now, which is sitting in the forefoot. Down the thirds.
Rent. Linja bra.
Ganske tight.
Last rock.
Nære huset. Nei, 2-3 nå setter
Instead
seg.
of taking up the corner
Ja,
guard.
Hva er linja?
Linja perfekt. Linja perfekt.
Neste gang, da.
Ja, linje.
Important shot here. You make this and don't leave your own rock open. Otherwise, you have two guards
Har det helt inn.
up front and an exposed shot rock. And I don't think that one curled enough. I think you can navigate through the two rocks and get a hit and roll on this.
Třetí nemůže být 11. A jí to šlo docela dobře.
Yeah, see, it's partially
Okay.
open on the left-hand side, so an in-turn hit. You get the right speed here, just get around that yellow guard, hit this, and roll behind the red guard. Martin SNITIL, big shot here for him. Don't want to generate any points in this end.
Jem!
It's a good time to make a shot.
Jem! Yard! Yard!
Need to work it hard, don't want to rub the guard. Yeah, just get it by. Can't keep the shooter in play.
Yes, smolný. 11,5.
Samme is som det. Den da.
Maybe you needed a little more ice.
Ne.
Let it curl a little more at the end.
Ale je to naměření.
Might have been able to keep it in play.
Málo jo?
Tross der her, jo, man skal tøkke en bit, så er det bra da.
Nějaký bylo 11,5.
Det er greit på deg, Alex.
WALSTAD will just try and get another one behind the guard.
Potřebujeme. Budeme odskočovat akorát.
Touch. Ja, det ser ikke for mye ut.
Så litt mer marginal på den siden her. Om man ser halvjevnt på topp 8, topp 12, så er det bra, liksom. Jeg skal full 8.
Full 8.
Fight 4.
Vi er litt usikre på farta, da. For vi er
Det er samme is som Markus hadde på garden sin.
ja,
Men selvsagt, når den er lengre, så kommer vi til å komme litt ut i et nytt spor. når
kommer
den er
litt
lengre.
ut, men jeg tror fortsatt det er ganske greit der, altså. Men Markus spilte bare 3.05 på garden sin, da.
Det blir litt bedre enn den nå.
Ja,
sikkert.
den er god.
Jeg gir den en del. Linja er bra. Kun linje! Bare fart, bare plass. Linja er bra. Linja er perfekt, bare fart.
Alex!
Line looks very good. And the weight does too. Looks like it'll come to rest here in the top of the forefoot. Nicely guarded. So instead of
Jako
Czechs here trying to generate 2 points are now chasing the Norwegians again. Norway have two rocks in the house. And you can see how nicely guarded that rock was.
Já budu hrát z ruky takovou jako klidnější spíš. A budeme to hrát na metení. Zadní 4, zadní 8 budu hrát já. Jako Martinovi to sypalo hrozně moc.
Gonna try that hit and roll again. Martin SNITIL tried with his previous one. Although we can see here that rock is less exposed than the last one. He's taking quite a bit more ice now. So this rock will be played a lot slower. More of a tap, probably. Lucas Klima having had difficult shots up to now.
CCT! Se jenom to!
Yo! 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 Yo!
Needs to get by the guard. Just rubs it lightly, redirects it, and misses the shot entirely. It was a little bit light too. Needed another couple of feet to wait. Just touched the guard up front. The red rock is exposed in the middle.
Ja, nei, det snakk om enten her.
Last rock here for WALSTAD. You can see here that red one's fairly open. Just a hit and roll behind his own yellow rock. And the Czechs will have a real tough shot.
Så ruller bare inn i egen. For kjapt.
Nei, men ikke snakk om det nå. Gi fart da.
11. Halvtreff perfekt for å sitte i egen der da.
Ja. Jeg spilte jo der de der 15-steinene, det var jo ikke mye køll da. Du tror du på linja, eller?
Nei, jeg kan kanskje ta litt mindre. Litt mindre, Markus. Der da. Litt opp! Ja!
Just keeping it clean. It's the red one, rolls nicely. Well played. And WALSTAD now 3 counters, and Klima really in the doghouse. Don't know if the draw is even possible there, because there is a guard on the left-hand side. That red one is bothering the path into that button area. Too sure if the shot is even there.
Dílka by měla být tím pádem vlastně stejná. Jako ne, ve finále jsme byli asi dlouhý. Ale jako z ruky hodím stejnou.
Maybe a little tap on the top red one and just do a little roll. Might be able to get in that way. Tap that top yellow rock. And roll off it. Really tricky shot here for Klima.
Zadní 4!
Jump! Yeah!
Certainly can't hit the guard out front. Needs to have legs. Doesn't want to give up 3. This is a steal of 2. It's a little short. Difficult shot. Steal of 2 for WALSTAD here in the third end. And they take a commanding 4-0 lead after 3 ends of play.
Na odrazu si přidal proti tomu předtím.
Da kan jeg liksom tenke på dem, så ja, men jeg følte det var noe med setninga der og sånn.
Men jeg følte på linja både den veien og denne veien, da, at altså, det er betydelig mindre den brekken enn i går. Da.
Ja, poenget er bare at sånne innspill er veldig nyttig når vi har konkrete eksempelvis.
Vůbec nebrývím. Musíme ale jako mít jinou situaci. Tím jsem hrál po každý, jak mám mít vůbec na mě.
Fy faen. Folk begynner å lure da, vet du.
Fourth end here in Champéry with the curling masters.
Plass foreløpig.
Ja, 28.
Norwegians having a very comfortable 4-0 lead
Okay.
after 3 ends of play. Czechs just not getting the rocks in the right position, not making the shots too well. Of course, they're missing their regular skip. You see SNITIL couldn't make the event this weekend, and you see a
Nydelig.
very experienced
Var du bra på do? Bra på do.
skip and very good shot maker himself. Certainly being missed in his team right now. That would be a lot different game, I believe.
Vypadám hrozně dlouhý.
Wealth of experience.
Já jsem na kruhu. Tohle stopek.
Promiň.
Two very young guys on this Czech team with Klima and Mokris. Just not quite up to par with the
25.
Nære.
mixed world champion from 2015.
Jump. Jump. Spill.
Again, we see that mistake from the Mokris, the rock sliding into the rings, not being able to protect it in the free guard zone. And Lindstrom just removing it.
Míň se tačí.
Zatím ne.
Klidně můžeš.
Jenom tady stačím. Jenom tady stačím. Já jedu dobře. Já jsem docela dlouhý.
This is the third Masters event. Men's for the season. Baden Masters played at the end of August, and then the Swiss Cup beginning of October.
Pass på ikke dyrevernerne blir sure, vet du.
The next Masters event for curling will be in Perth, beginning of January, first weekend of January. We'll have coverage from that event also.
Hard. Jump. Jump. Hard. Hard, Markus. Hard, 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 hard. Hard hele veien. Egen, Alex.
Egen!
Good clearing, just misses his own rock. Manages to clear it cleanly.
Ja, det var det plan.
Currently European Junior Curling Tour. Mixed doubles events all season long, 15 of them.
Balast! Balast! Gestaci!
Check out the events and their scheduling on
Metsi!
curlingchampionstour.org. We will be covering throughout the entire season 8 or 9 events. There's a pretty good guard.
Lever 4, hezký.
You need to remove that without jamming it back on his own.
Helt vekk. Helt vekk.
Magnus Nedregaten.
Rent. Bra spill.
And he picks it cleanly without moving any of his own rocks in the house.
Máte nějaký nápad? Ještě jednou gard?
Tomu vnějšímu, no, tohle.
Okay.
85, 90. Osm! Já jsem těsná 3.
Dílka je dobrá.
Tady ho potřebuju.
Je 12.
Je dobrý, nesmí se dotknout moc. Nesmí se dotknout.
Zoptek tam je.
Yep.
Needs corner freeze on that and just kind of let it die on them.
Jsou zase ty dvě
And
zvednutí.
swept it all the way.
Ale furt ten kámen tam je.
But had a nice freeze on that yellow on the inside. It would have been difficult to remove. Still a difficult shot to remove though, where it is.
It's your call, I go.
Marcus Hoiberg
Hello.
coming down to take a look at it.
Han tror jeg stikker rett.
Ja.
He doesn't mind losing his own. He just doesn't want to jam it so that the red one stays in the house.
Han holder det.
Not a lot of ice. He'll probably throw it fairly hard, just try and navigate it through that hole. He might take his own with him. But that would be all right.
Av! Aldrig.
Not laying a broom to it. And gets the job done.
Spill.
Videre.
Zadní 4.
Zadní 12.
That mixed world championship that Stefan WALSTAD played last year had a 10-2 record. Quite an accomplishment. Very good teams playing at that championship. And they ended up beating Sweden in the final 5-3. Sweden was gripped by Rasmus Rano, who we saw yesterday playing with Team Edin.
Stejnou.
Máně, pokožte víc.
Zadní 8.
Dobrý směr.
Sám. Zadní 12. Zadní 8. 12.
Just hit it a little too hard, needed to freeze it. Now there's no backing on this red rock. They can pick it cleanly, remove it from play.
Přidal.
Czech's just not able to generate any offense throughout the first half of the game. And what they have left for the Norwegians haven't made any mistakes yet. Obviously the second best team out of Norway, behind, of course, Thomas Olsrud. Nice pick. So about the only shot that Klima's got is to freeze down on the back yellow one, but he needs pretty well a perfect freeze in order to have any chance of scoring two. It means the weight and the line has to be absolutely perfect. Very tough shot. Freeze needs to go right to the face of it. Any corner freeze, any angle on that rock, and it's very easily removed. Needs to come straight down on top of it and just freeze up to it.
Ja, to si myslím.
Awesome!
We're working it all the way. Not sure if it's got the legs. Looks like it's coming up short, and it is. So Norwegian still sitting two counters.
Uansett, hvis han skal spille ballen der, så kommer den til å ryke. Og den kommer til å drage over her også. Så det her dumt da? Alt der?
Hvor beste plassering?
Alt I forkant optimalt, så jeg
Søster Hammer.
Her? Og sitt to. Så oss vil bare dra full 8, men full 4-10-line ok da.
Sikker på at full 8 bra? Ok! Akkurat full 8, eller skal vi mindre enn det? Ok. Det greies der nå.
Bare 8 ok da, for da får han ikke til å kjefte den ut der.
Det greit. Vi skal huske I hvert fall, det viktig.
Ja,
3-10. Mot 3-0-5, skal vi det? Ja.
WALSTAD now just
8!
put a third rock into play. Top of the 8-foot somewhere.
Det viktig at vi ikke plukker for.
Make the draw a little more difficult for Klima. Struggling with his draw weight a little bit.
Han får chappen uansett.
Don't want to go too deep, don't want to give him a hit, and that's what they've done.
Ja, denne blir vanskelig for
It's too deep, and we'll allow Klima, or almost force Klima to play a quiet hit, stick on that. Martin SNITIL in the house. Brother Jiří SNITIL, usually skipping this team. Not available this weekend. I'm sure they would have been far more competitive if Jiří had been around.
Dobra!
Dobro means good. Sweeper should keep that clean though. Needed to curl though. And unfortunately for the Czechs, another steal of 2. Thrown a little too hard. All that used to throwing skips rocks.
Ale jako ty stojí na tu 11, to by to dotočilo v pohodě.
Steal of 2 here in the fourth end to take Norway to a 6-0 lead.
Nevím, jestli to nebylo velký, nebo...
To asi byl 50, všechno sedí.
Ja, men det er vel gjennom, faktisk, på deg allerede.
Dlouho jsem ho vez. Pojedu míň, klidně můžeš. Hodně vytáčím, pojď. Ještě pojď.
Pojď aspoň do hry.
And we're back into the second half of this game. Team WALSTAD from Norway against Team SNITIL from Czech Republic. There's the Czech team missing their famous skip and struggling with it also. 6-0 lead for the Norwegians. Czechs just not able to mount any pressure.
Něco na něm bylo, tak opatrně.
Very important to have a couple good ends here. Struggling with their draw weight a little bit and precision. Do have a corner guard in play this time, although it's extremely long, just barely over the hog line.
Stěry dobrý, pojď dílku.
Now 2 guards in play.
Dík.
Det er lurere å ta den fra utsida, Steffen. Det er litt kortere å rulle av.
WALSTAD just have to remove the guards. Don't leave anything lying around. Play the cleanup game.
Jeg tror jeg faller.
Just enough.
Han var på midten. Ja, han var på midten.
Up. Getting up.
Ne, pojď. Vysoko už jsi blbě, když... wow. Dobrý, tohle.
4,22.
It's important that those 2 guards are level. WALSTAD not trying it, but there was the opportunity to double up both guards with 1 rock.
Spikrock.
Jedna.
Dobrá, 2.
Na úroveň. Jede tam, už tam je, podle mě tam je. Už tam je. OK.
Good separation on these guards now. Nice and level.
Rent. Wow. Rent. Og spill.
Lots of practice that goes into these shots. They're not quite as simple as they look. They may look simple on TV, but they do take a lot of practice to be able to throw very cleanly. Good rotation on the rock. You want your shooter to spring off. It's very important that your shooter also leaves the play area. You don't just want to exchange or remove that rock and leave your own there. It needs to be thrown very precise. Klima now making the move around the guard. He's had a lot of room. Be fully exposed at the back.
Házel, že si myslel, že něco má. Proto je to takovýhle.
To bylo hodně rovný a dlouhý.
See most of this rock. So Hoiberg wants to hit this and roll to the center. Doesn't want to hit it on the nose.
Yep.
Also not so bad if he just hits and rolls away.
Perfekt. Slide. Ja, absolut.
Martin will try and do this a little bit better now. Needs to be a little closer to that guard. A little less weight. Let the sweepers carry it in there, get behind that guard and get buried. It's a little bit closer, but still had lots of room by the guard. Again, very long that rock.
Ta corneren der.
Velký, no. 8-5.
No, går ruletteren, da, så går de.
You get fully behind cover. WALSTAD now going to remove the guard. Well, the Czechs have an opportunity now to score 2 points. Just need to put another one on the other side of the house. Make sure it's deep enough to the back so they don't set up a double.
Ale to je předních 12.
Primárně je to zadních 12, no. Zadních 8.
The best opportunity they've had all game. See if the young Klima can find his draw weight.
85, a je to Martin.
No jasně. Bude, ale bude těžký. 8-5, dobře. To 8 je znamená, že prostě projedu. Když zůstanu někde nahoře, tak furt musím na double.
Tak pojď dát 8-5.
8-5, 9. Jako 9 je
Jo, 9 necháme vepředu. To je v pohodě.
Out turn draw. Wants to be over tee. Back 8 foot is pretty good. The Snit set up a double.
Já celkem jedu. Ty! Zadní 4! Ne, jsme 4. Vzadu.
Yeah. Double is possible. Needed to be a little bit longer.
95 a skoro jsme to zvládli.
It's not an easy double, but it's certainly there.
Ja, men i
A
isär
look
om
at
vi
it.
kollar lite så köpa oss. Jag spelar en safe liksom.
Ser ut som Chikal.
There are a few skips around, but have no problem making this shot. Nicholas Edin comes to mind.
Chikal. Nei, det er Flateren som så.
How
Mye fart da.
Stefan WALSTAD deals with the high hard one here. Needs to
Det er ikke noe ekstra fart, nei. Kjappast så kjappast.
throw quite a bit of weight at it in order for the
Extra!
double to work. It's
Whoa.
certainly launched it down the ice.
Oh, det er fint.
Great shot. Oh, so close.
Ja, ekstra fart da.
Det var ikke nok.
Should have been sweeping that across the house, that yellow one. Might have had that. Just hangs on a bit. Klima with his first opportunity in the game to score points. Needs to hit this on the nose and collect his two.
No, já si taky myslím. Právě, proto jsme dali mnohem víc ledu než chtěl Martin. Si myslím, že točila tady ta jeden kámen, co jsme tu hráli. 10.
Ja.
Lucas Klima, out turn hit. Remove that yellow rock. Stay there. And collect 2 points.
Yep.
Trochu míň.
He's hit it
Snad ne.
on the outside again.
Snad
It's
ne.
only a 1.
To snad ne.
Tak jdem krást víc, no.
Klima on the scoreboard, but unfortunate for him, only 1 point. So after 5 ends of play, 6-1, and the Norwegians now take control of the hammer going into the 6th end.
Hold i gang klokkingen på dem og vite fart her for tidlagning.
Tak jedna je za 20. OK, tak za 15.
So we're back into the 6th end. 8 end games here at the Curling Champions Tour.
Hodně ruka,
All
hodně
our
ruka.
tour events are 8
Máme
ends.
3.
Only 3 ends left for the Czechs.
Máme 3.
Fairly uphill
Koukej.
climb here without the hammer.
Tady stačí.
Probably be a
Já
difficult
mám jako
chore to get
bezpečně
back
si sám
into this
vlastně.
game. Many
Okay.
things have happened. We saw the Finns coast claw back into the game yesterday against Ed Dean, or excuse me, against Olsrud, being down 4-1, and then winning it in the extra. Just not sure that the Czech team has the horses to be able to
Skal vi spille en?
do this against the
Så vi kan gå ingen.
fairly solid playing Norwegian team.
Já jdu daleko zase.
Certainly a difficult job for young Klima to
Jako
be
já jsem
thrust
na kruh,
into
no, ale
this
jako jestli
position
vytuhne na gardu.
at this level
Yep.
without the
To
experience
je
of
hodně mimo kámen.
his usual skip.
Tyhle půjdou pryč, ale když tam přijde teďka jedna, tak ještě fajn.
Very much a learning process though. As we see here, the Norwegians are not even attempting the soft peels. They're just firing the lead rocks through the back of the rings. And they will be able to start playing takeouts with their next rocks.
Hrajeme 1?
Free guard zone rule.
Yep.
Can't remove the first 2 rocks. First 2 guards in play till the third
Úzkej,
shot.
Samuel. Je hodně úzkej.
Those are rocks that are in front of the house, not touching the rings.
Jenom jedna. Koukej,
Anywhere between
koukej.
the hog line and the rings.
Ne.
And there
OK,
we
to
see a
je ale
longer
dobrý
guard.
ještě docela.
Of course, WALSTAD will now get his team to start ripping these
Já
guards
jsem byl
off.
teda vystrašený z těch 30, co jsem měl na stopkách.
Yep. Yep. Hard.
Whoa. Yep.
Oh, what a great shot that was. I think he got a lot more out of that than he expected. All 3, and he takes the bow. All 3 Czech guards have left the area of play.
Mira.
Jedna.
Oh. Yep. Sam. Dobrý.
Dobrý kámen.
Asi, Martine, už půjdeme do kruhu. A půjdeme do kruhu.
Rent. Rent. Spel.
Fattig god teknikk kan endre
And
seg.
here we see it again. 1, 2, all 3. Great shot by Magnus Negraten. Shots like that will certainly deflate a team that's
Zadní 4.
trying to
Zadní
claw its way
čtyři.
back into the game.
Zadní 8.
Zadní 8 je moc.
Zadní 8.
Místo je v pohodě, takže jenom dílka.
Dílku nemůžu. Už brzdím se v tý...
Martin, točí hodně. Pojď. Hrajeme až za té lejnou, jestli jsme se na tom dohodli všichni.
Dohodli a jenom jsme to nestihli.
Pohodě.
Hráli jsme sem.
Jo, dobrý, pohodě.
And nicely played around the guard.
Yep.
Marcus
Yep.
Hoiberg
Yep. Egen.
try and remove that yellow or that red guard, expose that shot rock in behind it.
Byl si
Unfortunately
akorát
for Klima, that red rock in
na
the
tu 3, 4, 10 je dobrý.
8 foot is not an
90 něco.
ideal stealing position. They need rocks in the 4 foot covered in order to steal. With a fairly simple draw to the 4 foot at
Hodně
the end,
těsná. Ne, dobrá 3.
Norwegians
Stačí
can
nemusí být moc
negate any
blízko.
of those
Těsná.
check
Těsná je
rocks
blbě.
that are in the house
Martin, když tak.
in the 8 foot area.
Já jdu do prdele úplně. Nechom. Kdyby jsme byli tady, tak je to úplně jedno. To byl první...
Pila, så tar du garden hvis vi... Det er like greit.
Ta en annen da. Pil. Yep.
And another guard removal
Rent. Yep.
attempt here.
Rent. Bra spill.
Well, went straight for the rock that was behind the guard. Took it out of play.
Musíme zajet ten guard, no.
Oproti té lajně jak?
Cože?
Oproti té jak?
Je to jedno.
Jo? OK.
Oproti tým budeme chtět být nad té lineou, protože on pojede nejspíš už freeze.
Jo. Fajn.
Out turn draw around the corner guard. That's on the house. The only rock in play.
Zadní 4.
Směry, dobrý.
Zadní 4.
Ne. Stačí D-line. Stačí D-line.
Vykoukne úplně z druhý.
No, bad shot. Give him some confidence. Young Mr. Klima.
Ja, for det jeg tenkte på egentlig å fryse der, og så dra for 2, men vi leder jo så mye at det er kanskje ikke noe vits. Bare pila den da.
Jeg liker helt for en dragning, eller? Det siste. Du får spille den.
Pila den i huset.
Ja. Der går det ganske rett og fint, kjennes det som.
Ja.
Oh, that curled out the other side of that guard, so chance here for WALSTAD to hit it from the other side with the intern. And he'll want to roll away, not leave his own rock back there. His backing. And he does that.
Kanskje så er det
And Klima
trening
will
til
attempt it
4
one more time.
Ja, vi
Try
må
to get a
spille.
little higher in the house.
Ja,
And
den
get
som...
it
Ja.
fully buried. And force WALSTAD to make the draw to the 4-foot.
Nevím, jestli jsem byl moc pozitivní rukou. Proč tak dojel daleko? Když budeme takhle dlouhý, tak ho prostě ztratíme. A asi bude potřeba, aby Martin u toho byl. Protože ty kameny...
Zlomil se tady Martinovi předtím, no.
No, ale předtím se nám to neselo ani jednou, že jo? Hlavně díl s tobě mnohokrát.
Jasně.
Takže jsme si přidali jenom koště.
OK. Míň než minule. 4! Já mám 12!
Směr dobrý! Směr dobrý! Směr
Looking pretty
dobrý!
good. Very good line.
Směr dobrý! Wow!
Už vykoukujem.
Wow!
Nemůžu. Ne. Ne?
Oh, there's almost
Máš jenom víc kamene.
a perfect shot if it didn't come out the other side again. And it certainly looks that way. Yeah, very good shot from Lucas. I'm sure that'll lift up his spirits a little bit. WALSTAD now having
Ingen fluer i veien, bare spille.
just a piece of 4-foot. Score 1.
Ni, backline.
Ok, ikke rør da.
Sweeper's not doing much with it. Needs to slow down. Gets into that that slide path. It might break down a bit. And it does. A score of 1 for WALSTAD here in the 6th to take a 7-1 lead, and the gloves come off. The Czech team conceding the game. Solid play from WALSTAD and his team. The Klima, the SNITIL team, skipped by the young Lucas Klima, struggling a bit without their regular skip, not playing as strong as they would normally play. And that should be WALSTAD pretty close to qualifying for the top 8. SNITIL team will be finished for the weekend. And there we see score of 7-1 after 6 ends of play. We'll be on again at 3:30 Central European time with the last round robin game of the C group, and that'll be a Swiss duo between Pfister, Swiss champions, and Schwaller, young upcoming team from Switzerland. Should be an interesting game. We hope to see you then. Here from the Curling Champions Tour, Curling Masters in Champéry. Hope to see you later.
Og så øker isen en kvart stein.